Ahoj, já jsem Maithili,
Dobrý den, jmenuji se Kyle,
jsem z Indie.
bydlím v Praze 10 let skoro.
Minule jsme začali objevovat Prahu jedna trochu jinýma očima. A byla by škoda u toho zůstat jen jednou. Dnes přidáváme další 2 příběhy. Další pohledy na život v srdci města.
I am from Mumbai, if you know the place. I came to Prague last January end.
Actually, Prague is the first city that I've ever been in Europe. It's the first place I landed. I came directly here. I bought a one-way ticket flight. And the first experience of seeing the city was from like a taxi into the center. So I remember I was just kind of blown away. Like the architecture is really beautiful. The history, I mean, there's so much more history here than ever I experienced in the US. It's a much younger country. So it was amazing, actually. And you know, even today, sometimes I'm like walking down the street or like through the city center and I see the architecture or I look up and I notice something I've never noticed, like the statues, the details. I'm still amazed sometimes. I think that's part of what has kept me here so long.
I arrived here late night. I didn't speak a word of Czech and it was, snowing. I arrived at the student accommodation. The Uber driver at the airport who picked me up was also a student living in the same, the dormitory. So that was my first, instance.
I think Czech people are a little bit slow to warm up, but when you start to spend time with them and they start to, I don't know, trust you and realize that you're, genuinely interested in building a relationship, they warm up and they're very open. And my experience, all the Czech people that I have experience with, even my closest friends now here, it's been really positive.
When you mingle with Czech people in a social space, initially people are very reserved. Like they will not, respond to you, and they have their own, groups like that. But at the same time, they are really, really helpful. So if you approach, they are very helpful. But however, once you get to know them a bit, Czech people are very warm. They have a great sense of humor, and then they are willing to, include you in their group, in their environment, in their stuff. So my experience here has been fantastic, welcoming, people are adjusting.
Centrum jako turistická kulisa? Nebo místo, které má mnohem víc vrstev?
There are a lot of tourist traps maybe, or like tourist shops, but there are still a lot of like local businesses. It's not all huge, corporation like Starbucks kind of things. There's a lot of mom and pop type shops, and I like that a lot about Prague.
Shop which I am working in is Gallery Zlata Lile. It's in Mala Strana. It is very much in the center of, Prague 1, very close to the astronomical clock. So it's in the hub. And what we sell, traditional Czech artwork made by Czech artists who are either visually impaired or who have, some sort of a challenge. So the main intention of the store is to support specially abled individuals. That is why it is so special.
I really admire the Czech work-life balance. I think people here work so they can live and so they can have a fulfilling life outside of work and spend time with their families. They travel on the weekends. A lot of people have cottages. There's this like whole cottage culture, which is cool. The US culture is a little more hectic, I would say. So for me, the living in such a cultural center and being so close to everything that's happening here is a huge plus, but I don't feel stressed by the busy lifestyle. It's calm enough for me that I'm really comfortable.
I am a student ambassador of Praze. That's my school where I study, and so what we do is to make other international students feel welcome and to help them basically adapt easier. We organize events. It can be about safety and security in, Prague. It can be about celebrating a nation or, celebrating something. Recently, as an Indian, we had organized Diwali night. We are organizing Holi night. Just like last evening, we had a song writing event.
The program that I started here to get my English teaching certificate, they organized a lot of details for the participants in this program. So I had housing covered. They came, they picked me up at the airport. They delivered me to my accommodation, and it was pretty much set up for that first month. After that, I really had to, or during that month, I had to figure out like the legality of living here. So I tried to figure out how to get a živnostenský, or like a trade license. I had to figure out housing. I had to figure out how to make money and support myself, and a lot to manage that first month. But it worked out in the end, and I think it was a really good experience.
Energetic, for sure.
Quirky. It's interesting, it's cool. It's a little bit weird in like the best ways.
Enchanting.
Fairy tale. It looks beautiful. It looks like a storybook.
Magical.
Alive. Probably. Those are my words.
Každý pohled na Prahu 1 je jiný. A právě v tom je její kouzlo. Chcete slyšet další příběhy těch, kteří ji objevili z dálky? Jaké otázky byste jim položili vy?